Terraria is a game developed by Relogic, an independent studio so well known and famous that they've literally never released a game since then. But what they lack in quantity is suddenly make up for, and probably the most fun I've had in the game in a very long time. I don't really have a gauge of how popular this game is, but I'm guessing that it was very quickly overshadowed by another very similar game. I don't know if you've heard about it, it's pretty indie. So today we're going to be talking about Terraria, to try and give it the attention it absolutely deserves. Unless it already has that. Like I just said, I have no idea. Also, I've just been playing it and I really want to talk about it. That too. So, Terraria. The only game ambitious enough to let you go or do pretty much whatever you want. Except some places. You start off with a generic player character with green skin, or purple, or blue. He's dressed a little boring at the moment. I mean, not for long.
The world is graced by the presence of Arthur, devil spawn and devourer of souls.
You want fries with that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
He's armed with... I'm just gonna put that aside for the moment. This game released in 2011, and yet somehow I've only gotten into it a few months ago. This existed longer than a big chunk of my own family members, before the rise and fall of countless who dared cross the grand line. By which I mean this time right here. And it's only now that I've started. I'm kind of exaggerating for effect though. To tell the truth, I did know about the game before this decade, but I was kind of against giving it a go because I really don't like Minecraft all that much. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know, I get it. I have nothing against the game itself, I just have a lot of issues with games that require creative thought. Even in survival mode, a lot of my experience was just being stuck in this vast open world where I could do literally anything I wanted. Only to get immediately bored after realizing I have no idea what to do.
Mom, I'm bored.
If at any point it sounds like I'm saying this game is inherently better than Minecraft, it's not. I'm just using Minecraft as a base, because everyone knows Minecraft. Everyone loves Minecraft. Except for me. I think Animal Crossing kind of gave me that same effect. Either that or I just didn't have friends who played it. But Terraria is not like the other girls. The elements that made survival mode so good basically never end here. You can explore the world in its entirety, collect every type of material, and slay every monster. But as the game progresses further, you'll still find more stuff to discover. Even the biomes shift and change like the seasons, particularly the Corruption, Crimson, and Hallow, which will start spreading across the map later on in the game, and offer new enemies and items. And specific events may occur randomly as you play, like slimes falling from the sky, or an army of goblins coming to stake their claim to the land, or the Blood Moon. The Blood Moon rises once again. The game is super open in the order in which you can do stuff, and if you get bored, the guide character can even give you hints on what you can do next. Speaking of, the primary objective of Terraria is to explore, improve your arsenal, take on a massive variety of boss fights, and rule over your people while nobody can stop you. Do you want to pummel a giant slime to a pile of ashes? No? What about a funny skeleton man with floating arms? A giant worm? A giant bee? A giant eyeball? A giant meatball? Two giant eyeballs? Something that can only be described as a spawn of an unholy satanic creature. Wait, why is doom music playing? Each one progresses the game further and grants you exclusive items. Monsters also spawn at night, but they're kind of the usual stuff. Zombies, skeletons, flying detached eyeballs. Like, what is up with these guys and eyeballs? They get progressively harder the more bosses you beat. All I'm gonna say is be very prepared before you challenge the wall of flesh, because trust me, the nightmares are already just beginning. But it's hard to think of sound more satisfying than hundreds of stupid zombies being obliterated at the same time. Now, in terms of what you can actually use to do that obliterating, I'm not going to discuss weapons just yet, I'll leave that for later. But I'll bring up a few of them, because they have other purposes too. Like hammers, the only thing that can break background walls, or axes, the only thing that can cut down trees. For your everyday adventuring in Arthur's item emporium, aside from the hammers and the axes and the chainsaws, just ignore those for now. We got hook shots, like from Zelda, fishing poles, which are probably going to be a lot more useful than you think. This mirror that can teleport you back to spawn point. Books on how to destroy the environment. A drone with a little camera attached to it, that's always kind of fun. Also, for all you aspiring electrical engineers, yes, there is a redstone system in this game. I haven't actually used it yet, but from what I can tell, it looks very similar to Minecraft, where you can use wires, pressure plates, daylight sensors, that kind of stuff. And with special items, you can even play golf. Nice. I always love it when developers add in these little mini games, like Google Snake, or that one golf mini game, Breath of the Wild. But even with all special tools in the world, the toughest bosses may prove to be more than you can handle. Okay, so maybe I'm just awesome actually. But ask yourself, why is Arthur so awesome and so hot and so cool? Reason number one, born this way. Reason number two, I mean, mainly weapons. But I'll get to them. I'll get to them at some point. Hey, don't worry, I'll get to them. Don't worry, patience. But another big part, I'd say, is these little things called accessories. Items you could equip to one of 5 dedicated slots in your inventory. They each provide a buff, like immunities from debuffs, increased defense, or improving one of the counter stats like knockback, or can even set your weapons on fire. Wall climbing, fishing, juggling yo-yos, displaying stats on screen, friggin' wings. Wings, plural I mean, there are a lot of them. And if you keep enough of them in hand, you can combine them To create accessories, they basically turn the game into creative mode. You can't combine wings though. I don't even think Relogic knows what kind of monstrosities that would create. Now another key goal, I suppose you can call it, is to build homes here and there and watch people inhabit them over time. To the point where you can have a whole town's worth of people watching you beat the Eye of Cthulhu for the 57th time. Each character is unique in their design, occupation, and general personality, and each can sell you exclusive items depending on such. Obviously, first off we got the guide, who helps you at the beginning. He also has a feature where you can show him an item and he gives you all the stuff you can craft with it. And let's just say, if each curve is costed money, I'd be living in the sewers right now. Everyone else is kind of the same though. They all just sort of hang around their own houses and sell you stuff. One exception is the angler, this piece of shit little kid who does fuck all except insult people and get you to find fish for him. He doesn't even pay you either. I've just spent the last half hour trying to find this guy's fish, and I can't get it because it doesn't show up, and there are monsters coming from everywhere, and he's probably gonna, I had it before and he changed his mind, and he's probably gonna do it again, fuck's sake. He's gonna change his mind. He's gonna want a different fish. I bet you so much. I bet you so much money. Good dad should have pulled out. There's quite the variety as well, including the wizard, the golfer, the tax collector. PG rated game. Tax collector. You can also increase their happiness level, kind of like in The Sims. They get happier depending on their biome, the number of idiots around them, and sometimes they'll have a crush on someone and want to live near them. Oh, that's cute. I don't know what you lose by making them less happy, but it's sweet that it's in there. I've only noticed one thing that all the people together have in common, is that they all fucking hate the angler kid. Good. Now, jumping into the world, the vast majority of what you're going to be doing here is exploring. To start off, we got what you'd expect, you know, forest, desert, Christmas, as well as withering corruption spreading and taking over the land, creating these soul eaters that I've literally killed 600 of at this point. And the underground are the whole of the matter entirely. Which, I mean, you'd want to expect because it makes up about 80% of the entire map. Now, a lot of biomes cross over into the underground, so you got frozen caverns, bug-infested nightmares, twice, and the rest is just plain caverns with a few mushroom caves dotted here and there. Just ignore him, he just shows up here sometimes. Oh, and of course, how can we forget?
The darkest depths of the underworld, with your glory destination, observe the local wildlife, and burn to the place just by touching the walls and hells to you fucking imbeciles.
There are a bunch of mini biomes that you can discover, some of which I'm about to spoil, like granite strongholds, spider caves, fallen meteorites, some of which even appear later on in game. Okay, now I think it's time to get to the good stuff. I love this game. I mean, what other kid games give you this much variety in how to kill people? You've got swords, bow and arrows, crossbows, spears, guns, grenades, yo-yos, flails, magic items, throwing knives, and if you want some real power, screw it, nuke, kill everyone. Shit. In case you're wondering, yes, I am fighting an army of pirates. Recording this segment of the video was an absolute nightmare. I'll just give you an honest interpretation of what happened.
We lost too many to his creatures. We lost friends. We lost family. Cornelius for 22nd. He didn't make it. He was my only cat. He was my whole world. You wouldn't understand Cornelius at 25. Those pieces of shit are gonna pay. So we're gonna sit here like a little bitch? Or we're gonna take the fight to them? Are we gonna win? Or we're gonna kick those Captain Hook looking ass, Treasure Island looking ass, yo ho ho and a bottle of rum looking ass, dipshit into hell? Yeah!
Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, right, killing people. Yeah, of course. But seriously, look at this fucking wiki page. I'd say the most basic category is probably swords, and even within that there's short swords, broadswords, a blade glove, breathing reeds, cactus sword, a sword that summons bees, a bat. Oh my god, I've listed way too much stuff in this video. But aside from just the sheer quantity of things you can make, there's a ton of variety in the way you use them too, so it's really down to personal choice which to use. Swords are all varied, not just in damage, but speed and area of effect as well. Yo-yos and a lot of magic items are weapons that follow your cursor. Maces can even be used defensively by spinning it around to damage guys that are near you. They even manage to fit in lightsabers while sneakily avoiding copyright. And guys, I really really, really wish I could show you the late game items because they look so cool. Probably my favorite weapons are the ones that let you summon your friends to help fight. I had this little bird staff in my hotbar for about 70% of my gameplay experience because using it summons this little bird that just lives in a nest on your head. This is my baby bird. His name is Birdly. Oh, it's a monster. Okay, Birdly, kill. No, he's trying his best. Now, the one thing I don't like is that unfortunately they don't work on NPCs. Trust me, I tried. Terraria's art style is very simplistic, especially how it operates in 2D, but that's definitely part of its charm. And the developers made sure to get super creative with those constraints in mind. Like I said before, there are weapons that follow your cursor. It's so much fun to me. There are a lot of points along my journey where I was reminded of Hollow Knight, mainly because of the fairly low-tech aesthetic and the 2D platform style of playing. That and also So came out last week and I'm kind of scared to start. Now, if you're ever feeling lonely on your journey and you want someone to share your adventures with, they don't let you keep a pet. That would be extremely stupid. No, they let you keep 2 pets. 1 regular and 1 light pet. I don't know what the difference is either. Most of them aren't even real animals. You want a baby panda to follow you around? Because I do. All I've got is this wasp. But I mean, I like him, he's cool. You want a baby Skeletron? Why is it scarier than the actual thing? And while we're talking about pets, guys, they've got a companion cube. They've got a companion cube that I want one. I don't have footage of it, but it's so cute. Wait, what? All that being said, you guys can probably guess that I like this game just a tiny bit, just a tiny, teensy little bit. And I'm guessing if you made this far into the video that you feel the same way. Or maybe you haven't really played it and I've just done a really, really good job at convincing you to try it out. If you don't like me and you like being creative and building stuff, I would still consider it. There's a lot of that in here too. I mean, if you can get around the fighting in real life. I only found this out while writing the script, but there was at one point going to be a spin-off game titled Terraria Overworld. And we know nothing about it as of now, and it's cancelled, and that's okay. If not Overworld, I'll definitely be keeping up with Relogic in the future. And I look forward to any project they've been involved in. But for now, I think I've covered everything in this game, so I think there's one last thing to do though.
That right there's the angler kid. We're just gonna dig a hole underneath so he falls inside. God damn it, he jumped out. Okay, I actually managed to get him in a hole. And now that I've put him in the hole, we cover up the hole with a lot of dirt. And then he's gonna be stuck in the hole. And he's gonna go crazy and he's gonna start to starve. And he's gonna start to hallucinate. And he's gonna want to kill people. And I can see him already. He's having a bit of a seizure because of the darkness that's stopping him from breathing. And now because of the darkness, he's gonna start to have tunnel vision if he's not already going completely insane. Wait a second, it's exactly like The Sims.